You are not supposed to be here.
Yeah, I'm getting that feeling. So
Please don't kill me. And
You're gonna go vertical this time. I'm actually gonna go from the bottom up. So
buy him a meal?
Yes.
You just killed everybody, and we killed one of your guys, and you're just gonna fix this over a meal? He drops his knife and makes a mad dash for the door.
you better be going to get food.
Turn Robbie over and hold him in my arms.
His eyes kind of flicker. What? I can't.
Wabi, everything's going to be fine.
It's my time. Carry on the mission.
They killed our friend.
Not only will we right the wrongs, we will continue on in hopes to see you again.
So while they're talking, you spend a good amount of time searching the around the church. Ground doesn't look quite right in a certain spot. There seems to be a crack. Yeah, you got a 16 on your athletics. You stick it in to the crack and it pop open a secret kind of door that had been had growth purposely grown on it to make it look like the ground around it. And down is you see a really dark, very narrow and steep staircase leading under the church.
So, like, as a large man, I mean, should I be the one to lead the way down this, or?
Yeah, are you going down there?
Well, what do you guys think? You guys want to check it out?
I'd like to cast light and toss a card down and see what we can see just from the top of the stair.
I love this
That's
top
all right.
hat, by the way. That's pretty impressive.
All right, so you throw a lit card down, and it kind of flies down like it's completely pitch black as far as you can tell, and it lands at the bottom of the staircase against a solid wooden door that is blocking the rest of the way. So it kind of lands at the bottom base of it, so you can see the door kind of aglow below.
That looks safe.
I have dark vision.
That
so
drink, anybody?
I think you're the only one with dark vision. Yeah, that's
Nice.
fine.
Okay.
At least we have somebody who can give light, right?
Yeah.
That's helpful.
I was gonna suggest I just go down, but you know.
Yeah, how you guys want to approach?
I'm open for suggestions, but I know he's going to want to go.
Yeah, I'm like adamant to go, like borderline just ready to go down there to check it out, whether I can see or not.
Okay.
So I start to make my way down into the tunnel.
Okay. Are you going? Yeah.
I gently interject because I know the tensions were still high, but Hattrick gently interjects. Maybe it'd be better if we came back. The people who came in didn't come through that way, and they didn't leave that way either. So I'm assuming whatever is there will be there when we get back. Your friend took a pretty hard hit. Valis took a pretty gnarly hit too, and I should probably replenish my magic before we embark on something else. And I would really like, even though I didn't know him, I would like to raise a toast for your friend at a nearby tavern, if that's all right.
I look over at King. What do you think, man?
I just hope that we could have some food.
I eat when I'm sad.
This guy. Wyatt reluctantly goes with the rest of the group, still angry and very frustrated about what just happened.
Cool. Where are you going? You going to the Breezy Fiddle?
If that's the closest place. We haven't been in this town for long, so I don't know if we
That's
saw
why I asked.
anything.
Travis
Yeah.
is dead there.
He is,
There
right?
no
That's
one
not
there
gonna
to
be-
defeat us.
There's a Birdie. Birdie's there.
Oh, Birdie.
don't
Hey,
forget
I
Birdie.
did enjoy Birdie.
You know Birdie. You remember Birdie.
I do now.
The little gnome
Yeah.
with a spiked hair.
How far is the Breezy Fiddle?
You would have to, because the church is down away from everything, down by the river. So you'd have to go up and across the bridge that separates the slums from the meadows. But you can, you have a good idea of where the way is because you've been across that bridge before.
And is there anything else closer?
You have heard of other taverns in the meadows, the more posh part of town.
You guys down for the slums or the posh part of town?
There's Posh, and then there's Hattrick.
So, We gotta step up our game. Maybe we'll go back to the nice part of the town and see what we can find in there.
Yeah, I think that we should just find the closest tavern that we can because I'm not looking to stay long.
And I wouldn't want him to take away from what he's trying to investigate.
So it's like posh.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, so the closest one as you walk up and as you're walking out back into the city where you just came from, you pass the stables and more, where you got your supplies, and you guys kind of talk along the way, talking like what you know about the city so far. I don't know, what would you reveal anything of what you've been through at this point? Maybe you could talk about around drinks. We'll get there. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself.
I'm not saying anything.
I'm getting ahead of myself. But the closest one is the Wailing Inn and Tavern. It is a big old rectangular building, and it has a nice warm glow coming from inside and laughter, with lots of people coming out on a nice Saturday night or whatever it is. I don't know what kind of nights there are in this world, but yeah. And it's a nice warm glow. And that's where we're going to take a break. And next time we'll take a quick break here, and then we'll come back and we'll be in the tavern, and we'll take it from there, because I think a break would be nice, because I don't have to pee. Welcome back to the Holy Tabletop. We are continuing our session here. We have just got done with a little bit of a fight inside of church, and it was exciting. Robbie died. And they buried him, and now they are exhausted and wanted to check out the tavern. So they went to the nearest one, which is the Wailing Inn and Tavern. And as you guys enter, there's a nice warm, boisterous atmosphere, and you walk through this big archway door, and there's like almost every table is full of elvish people, and as you enter, the din inside just starts to quiet down as they see this bedraggled group of people, none of which are elves. Well, maybe they don't quite recognize you as an elf. And a giant hulking Goliath walking through the door, bloodied, somewhat damaged, and with somber expressions on your faces. A man immediately comes up to you, a male elf with dark skin and like almost white hair. He comes up and addresses you. He looks like maybe one of the servers there. He has like a tray that he's holding by his side, an empty tray. And he comes up to you and saying, hello folks. How can I be of service with you here tonight? And he zones in on you, recognizing you as an elf, even though if he has never seen one like you before. So how can we be of service for you tonight here?
So to kind of break the tension before we start the conversation, Hatrick kind of gestures towards King, gestures towards the front door, and says, "Whew, do not go out there."
And the guy just kind of looks around at you guys.
Because, I'm sure you're, carved up and everything a little still, right? Yes.
What happened to you people?
We really need a drink, but I'm gonna let her do the talking and just be supportive to her.
Are you guys from around here? I think we don't normally serve people of your type.
We just want a drink. Can we get a table?
Maybe, I don't know. I might be able to make an exception for a few extra gold.
I can pay a human tax. I can pay a human tax, and I just automatically drop 2 gold into his hand.
That will do. That will do. And he pockets the gold. All right. And he turns around to the people in the tavern. He says, "We have fellow travelers here. They're not from Zoie Thanie, but we will welcome you here tonight." And the people Some of them are not so excited, but they kind of like whatever, and they turn back to their food and they're talking, and the voices start to pick up again. And he leads you to a corner back table that that the light is like the lamp is out of oil or something, and it's kind of dark back there. And he kind of dusts off a few cobwebs and he says, "Have one of our finest tables just for you."
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll have, what would you like tonight, for your meal, drink? What would you like? He looks around at everybody.
I'll take a beer.
Beer, okay, well, a finest beer for the fellow over here. Anything else?
Beer and food.
Beers all around?
I would take, Hattrick would take wine.
Okay, beer for you. You don't want a beer?
I don't want.
Madam, okay. Any food, appetizers? We have a great deal on our onion towers tonight.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Two.
One order of an onion tower, maybe two onion towers.
Two for me.
Two just for the large man over here. Okay, we'll do 3. All right, and he leaves briskly off, and you guys are left alone.
So I reach up, pull out a deck of cards, and like kind of do like a weird flourish and like cuts and stuff like that. And this is how Hattrick casts Prestidigitation, which like I can use to clean off the table because I don't trust it after seeing the lights dim. He takes us into the dingy corner. I'm like, all right. And like clean off the table, like just to be 100% sure. It's one of those things where I can soil or clean like a certain amount of area, and so I use it to like clean off the table and like shove the deck back into my hat when I'm done.
All right, you guys watch as the table just cleans itself off magically, and it's not as sticky anymore.
Yo, man, I ain't gonna lie, that was pretty cool.
I'm very impressed.
Don't give him a bigger ego.
The waiter reappears with his tray now full of 4 drinks, and he gives. He forgot. He puts a beer in front of all of you.
I pass it over, and someone else can take it.
Okay, and then he puts 2 onion towers like right in front, which are just like a bunch, just a plate piled high with like fried onions, and that looks kind of in the shape of a wizard's tower, and puts 2 in front of you and then 1 in the middle of the table for everybody else. And he says, "Can I get anything else here tonight? Anybody?"
Do you have any kind of meat, chops, anything for me and my large friend?
Yes, we have some of the finest imported lamb chops here tonight. That's our special.
Take some of that.
Interest you in that?
I'll take some of that.
All right, and then can I interest you in for desserts? We have Phoenix pie. It's very good.
It's
It's a chef's special.
We're celebrating, or I should say, we're mourning the loss of a friend, and we would very much like some dessert.
All right, perfect. The Phoenix pie is perfect. Maybe your friend will rise again.
It's that good, huh?
And he leaves to go get the rest of your food. And so you guys have your beers and your...
Ooh, this place is like super racist.
You don't say.
To be fair, we're a pretty motley crew of people.
Would you like to fill us in on just...
What were you doing?
I'm
at the
assuming
church?
that, what's been going on.
Just as confused as you guys are. We walked into this church, looking around, and got ambushed.
Can you tell me more about your interactions with this unicorn?
Yeah, I don't trust it. Talking unicorn, I don't trust it. It saved our lives, but I still don't know how I feel about it. King?
I have a little bit different perspective. I understand why he doesn't trust it, but I'm really grateful for it, as it kind of let us out of truly being attacked and killed by Alder. And so we are on a mission to figure out why people have been gone missing in this town. And Alder was the guy that we were trying to talk to, but even more importantly, now we're after righting the wrongs of our friend Robbie, who, as you know, has now passed.
Could it be that some of these people are being taken to be traded?
What do you know about the people who are missing?
The people who have been missing are lower income people who live in the slums of town. That's all we know. There was a help wanted sign asking for help about that. As we inquired more, we found out that the mayor of this town, this nicer, posh town, was behind these people missing.
And the waiter comes back with several plates of like these beautiful lamb chops with like that. It's actually portion wise, it's kind of like, kind of the French style where it's little tiny like pork chop or lamb chops, and it's like beautifully designed and has like a nice sauce drizzled over with like a little ornamental little sprig of parsley, and he puts one in front of each of you. And he says, "I hope you enjoy it." And
How much are these?
Oh, these are, for you, 10 silver pieces apiece.
Okay. I think we'll need about 2 more.
All right.
Just for King.
Okay. All right. I should have assumed. And he sees that most of the onions have been totally destroyed by King at this point. And
I eat when I'm sad.
and he goes back to get some more for you.
On me tonight.
This guy's got one way to really.
Yeah, I know, man, right? Let's really take this guy for a ride.
Yeah, I will let him buy food. I'm not going to stop that.
You said 10 silver, so that's 1 gold apiece.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then he ordered, so that'd be like 8 gold total.
8 gold total?
Yeah, because it'd be... No, sorry, 2 extra, 6 gold. Total.
6 gold. Got it.
Yeah. Sorry.
So what's our next plan of action then? I mean, how
Exactly
are we
what
going
I
to be
was
able
about to
to?
ask them.
How are we going to be able to right the wrongs for Robbie?
So if you've been in this situation before where you've had to go investigate certain types of things, especially where people are being suspected of having been traded, how would you go about this?
Well, that's why we were called to this town. I don't do well when people are not being treated equally. What information can you tell us so far? You said the mayor is the one responsible. Do you know where he's keeping the people?
Do you know if he is the one who's... I'm not sure if you said this, but do you know if he's the one who's taking them?
Does he have guards?
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely fought some guards.
He has a lot of guards. What he's doing is he's taking lower income people, killing them, and then turning them into zombies for an army.
By himself?
As far as we know, he's acting alone. He may have help, but all we know is that he's the main guy behind these people missing, and he uses them to recruit them to be a part of his army.
As being an elf, have you ever seen anything like this before in an elf community?
Too many times.
She's from a different kind of elf community.
What does that mean?
I'm from the Shadowfell, so I am from an area, let's just say, of lawlessness. There is no such thing as order where I'm from.
Okay.
As you guys are speaking, several rotten vegetables, are thrown from somewhere within the tavern. One misses everybody, and just lands smashes against the walls, or like a rotten tomato, and explodes. Another one hits you directly in the the side of the face, and then another like a carrot just like smacks you in the side of the arm. You can't see where it came. Well, you can. I guess you could see.
I
if you saw.
immediately jump up and look to see where it came from.
Yeah. Roll perception.
Why am I rolling so badly? 7.
Welcome to the team.
Yeah.
That was
So
our
close
first
to
time.
Can I sit on that side?
It was
so
73.
So as you jump up to look, you had been really engaged in this conversation, and so at that point, everybody in the tavern, still boisterous, still talking, totally is not even looking your way as far as you can tell.
I can't see anything. No glaring our direction.
No, that roll, no.
Now with that roll.
I sit back down.
So, am I able to assist her in any way to like give her advantage by like jump? Like I was thinking along the lines of jumping up with a flourish and saying like, oh, I was looking for some tomatoes, and just see like if somebody reacts to it.
Sure. Yeah.
So
Well,
jumps up and like. Pull some of it off and slap it on the table. Like, I was looking for some more tomatoes. Who do I have to thank? And like using like kind of like a lot because I have like tomato on me. So like
while he's doing that, can I look around again?
You can still help.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a little better. 14.
Oh, that matches my stealth. All right. Yeah, I think that counts. So yeah, you notice just out of the corner of your eye a guy about 20 feet away at the far end of the table. Well, not about in the middle of the tavern. You're at the corner. Like you see him just for a second, like smirk and look your way when he talks, and it says that and laugh a little bit. And you also hear more laughter coming from their table as well, even though there's a lot of laughter going on.
Wyatt is not having it today. He slams his hands onto the table in frustration, stands up, and just yells, "What the heck, man?" He uses his intimidation in the
Uses his intimidation. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say like people don't really know who you are or what's going on. They actually want you to respond. So I'm gonna say make intimidation with disadvantage on this one. So roll twice, lowest number.
is the gentleman who got some tomato on me? Is he still eating?
I was laughing.
I got a 21, and on my second roll, I got a 10.
Yeah, nobody seems to respond to you. The guy's still maybe smirking a little.
How many people at the table?
Do I notice him
6.
smirking?
She does.
I don't.
I don't
see
think so. I don't
anything.
think so right now. Well, make a perception check.
There's a table in the middle of the tavern where the food came from.
Yep,
See.
6.
Yeah, you don't see anything. You're just like angry and sad about Wabi and all that. So you have like misty eyes at this point, but it's blurry.
I am pretty upset by this as well, and want to use intimidation and ask the question, who's the dead man that threw the carrot?
You yell that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the dead man that threw the carrot?
That started out strong. Like Taylor. Who is that?
I wanted to
God.
He wants to get the attention and then
Because I
like
have a
deadly
real-
quiet of
I have a
like
real
you're
question.
going to get your hand cut off.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna rip your arms off.
There's a real question that's taking place here. I'm pretty upset by this.
So with both of you yelling, the room begins to quiet down again as you had the whole room of like 50 or 60 people. And everybody now, all their eyes are glaring at you and looking at you, and they don't look happy. And then the waiter comes over and says, "I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. We don't allow disruptions like this in our establishment. I know maybe for people like you this might be normal, but we don't allow this type of thing here."
But you allow people to throw food at us?
"I don't think that happens, sir. I would have known."
I'm upset.
I'm getting the gist of it here.
I yell at this guy.
You don't know who he is. Has she said anything?
I've said
Okay.
it came from that table.
Okay.
Thank
The
you for
waiter.
that.
Well, the waiter, right? Because he's
Oh, the
at
guy, the
table.
waiter. Sorry, I thought you were yelling at the guy.
I'm yelling at the waiter
Yeah.
who is talking to us, who is really racist. And I look at him and say, "Not today, bro." And I use my intimidation to make him mad, to make him go away.
What do you say? Just not today?
Yep, not today. Give him a look like we're about to throw hands.
Roll intimidation for the waiter.
You should get it.
Should I?
Oh,
Yes.
22.
Okay. He backs away. He sees like your hand going for your rapier or something. Like he's like, okay, sir. No need for violence. I will call the city guard. And he's backing away. And I'll guarantee you that everybody in this room is on my side. So if you want to pick a fight with the whole room and the city guard, go, fine by me. I think that a lot of people here would enjoy pummeling your little. Anyways.
I'd like to kind of jump in. Like, I don't think that'll be entirely necessary. It was probably just a misunderstanding. And can I actually cast Charm Person on the waiter? Can I go up and like gently, touch him on the shoulder and just be like, it doesn't. Nothing needs to happen.
What's the saving for that?
It's gonna be DC 13.
He has saved.
Okay.
He's got a 13.
So, and I don't do anything too flashy or anything to try and cast it. Just trying to like calm the mood and everything, and just say we would just how far into our meal have we gotten?
I don't know. Were you guys eating when this? I guess you maybe eaten half of your meal at this point. Half of your, we'll say about halfway, right? Before people start throwing stuff at you. So
we would just like to finish our meal in peace. And I mean, a friend just died. I don't know if you've had someone die before, looking at the gentleman, like, I don't know if you've had, a friend die before. It can be very taxing on a person. And we just want to finish our meal in peace. It could have been an accident. It could have not happened at all. And
well,
whatever
you're going through, there's no reason to treat a fellow like an elf like this.
I understand. So are we able to at least finish our meal, and then we'll leave quietly?
The whole
this
was to take a nap and rest. So I mean,
make a persuasion check. Make a persuasion check.
I'm like kind of like mouthing, like just wait.
Just a straight persuasion check.
just a straight?
Yeah.
No advantage. Ooh, that's not bad. That's gonna be dirty 20.
Dirty 20. He looks at you. I kind of like you. You're one of the better types of your folk, I think. So, I'll let
like breaking my jaw to smile.
It's like, King, I'm about to break this guy's face.
I will allow you to stay here, but I can't guarantee you've offended some of our guests. So I would recommend keeping a low profile.
Of course.
And a nice tip would be nice as well.
So I'll slide him another 2 gold, and I will say I could even put on like some kind of magic show, maybe a little bit of entertainment, just to calm the mood, Would that be appropriate or no?
You can try.
Okay. So
he gladly pockets the gold, by the way.
Good. So. This is gonna be an expensive trip. So as this is happening, trying to like calm the mood and everything, so he stands up and kind of like what you would experience in like a normal magic show. He has a thing for card magic, so he takes him out and does like a bunch of flourishes with cards and everything. Asks the guy like, can you pick a card, like that sort of a thing, like typical like card magic tricks. But in the midst of all this, these flourishes and stuff, you can run this, you can do as you wish, Dungeon Master, but basically what Hattrick is trying to do, because with Prestidigitation, I can also soil items, and so like in the midst of this, I would like to cast Prestidigitation 3 separate times, and one of them is to soil the pants of the waiter, the guy who's sitting at the table who we suspect of throwing the tomato, and also the food in front of him.
All right.
Okay.
Wow.
So it's like a series. We'll
start with a performance check.
Okay.
To see if you are being persuasive enough in your performance for people not to realize what you're doing.
This is what I do, but I feel like I'm gonna mess it up.
I know, don't mess it up.
Oh, dirty 20. Yes.
All right. Yeah.
Let's go. Oh my
Why
God.
are you getting all the good rolls today?
hey, make it.
You can make. I can give him disadvantage if you want.
No.
Bro, you trying to kill me?
Yeah, people are loving it. They're clapping, they're excited. Nobody's really paying attention to any they're like fully engaged. And then you hear a few I don't want to make you roll. I mean, that was a great roll. So you won't make. There's a few shouts of like, "What is going on? And what happened to my food?" in the end, and a scream of like shame from the waiter, like, as he runs into the back as well. And people are laughing. They're really liking you for sure.
I'm just glaring at the guy who threw the food.
And let's see. a few people throw some silver pieces, 6 silver pieces.
Hey, nice.
Dance monkey.
Like just a few pieces.
Exactly.
Oh, I dance.
So 6 silver pieces and 22 copper pieces.
Okay.
Your way, like pennies at you. Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, are those nickels?
instead of making it rain, it's making it hail.
Yep. He got it.
Yeah.
He knows what I'm talking about.
So you guys are able to finish your meal. Are you doing anything else?
I say we find somewhere else to sleep.
Yeah.
I say I'm back with King's idea of setting
Leave
up
as soon
camp
as we're
somewhere.
done.
I do need to rest and have been damaged in this battle. I am really grateful for the food. I am still pretty upset about having food thrown at us, I won't lie. But I'm willing to look for a place to sleep.
Okay. So do you exit the?
I would think that's probably the best bet.
I would like to use passive perception to see if there's anything in this place worth stealing.
Throughout the night, I would say you obviously notice that the waiter is constantly pocketing gold from somebody, and
Could use my performance as a distraction.
Yeah, he does come back after a long moment with new pants.
What happened, buddy?
With new pants, and he asks for payment for the meals at that point, and kind of shoos you out of the room.
So he's like, is he in the process of shooing us out?
Yeah, we'll say, oh, it's fine. Thank you. I'm glad you finished your meal. Great show, sir. Bravo. One of my favorites.
Nice pants.
Yeah, thanks. Yes. What? So he's talking to Hattrick at this point. Yeah. As you guys are walking out to the room, people kind of are watching you. Kind of as you're walking, with
As
kind of
we're walking.
glares in your eyes. Yeah.
Okay. I gesture for the waiter. Gasson. Please come over here, Gasson.
What are you calling me? What? My name is Vishel.
Vichel.
Yeah.
Vichel.
I can't tell if you're patronizing me or not.
No, not at all. So I want to use persuasion
Okay, say something first.
to try to win him onto my side. Sir, I just want to apologize. I am so sorry for coming off so strong and being incredibly rude. Would you please forgive me for that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, roll persuasion with advantage. That was a
Nat 20, 24.
nat 20? Okay.
Nice.
Yes, I would gladly accept your apology, whatever. You seem like a fine person, I guess, but like, you can't, this is Zoie Thanie, you can't come over here and just yell at people, especially people like you. It's too dangerous and it's not good. Not good.
I 100% understand. I am so sorry. I'm talking very quickly. I'm gesturing towards him, walking towards him very quickly with my arms open wide. Where I come from, one thing that we love to
And with
do.
the nat 20, by the way, people like heard your apology. I can't say apology as well, and they're like, okay, and they kind of stop watching you as well.
Where I come from, I love to make up and to give friendly hugs as a way to
Steal everything.
Yeah.
But you don't know that yet.
I see it coming.
We see it coming.
With the nat 20,
They are very
So
affectionate
I am.
people.
It's all happening in a very fast pace as you're walking up and giving. He doesn't know exactly what's happening. Well, maybe he does. I don't want to speak for him. But I'm walking very quickly towards him, so it's like he doesn't have much time to process what's actually going on. Embrace him, and as I do,
Here comes a sleight of hand.
sleight of hand.
Let's see it.
all right. You. First off, he is like a stiff board in your embrace. He's like, what?
What is this filthy rag on me?
With arms
This
wide
filthy
open.
Sir,
Read song.
with the nat 20, he's like kind of like understanding the cultural difference. Maybe that might be between you and him, but he's like, sir, we don't do this here, especially you and me, like. Okay, what was your roll sleight of hand?
Rolling slight. Let's see this. 17.
That's a good upgrade from.
It is. 5.
He rolled a 13 perception, so you successfully nab all of the money that he had paid at this point, plus there was an extra platinum piece in there in his pocket as well. And so you can add, I don't know how much you ended up paying tonight, but it was like, what was, I don't know, tell him later. How much gold he gets out of the deal. You get 1 platinum and what? Like,
It was
8 gold.
I spent 20 total.
20 gold total?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we'll say you get 1 platinum and 20 gold out of the deal.
All right.
Having a noble background,
give it back to
it
him?
gave me quite a bit of gold. And if it's too much, you can tell me afterwards. But yeah.
All right, and then you guys exit the tavern. Nobody notices. He says, "Okay, fine.
Can
Leave.
Can I step on the foot of the guy who threw the tomatoes on the way out without him noticing or not noticing, but like just on the way out?
Like trip on it and like step on his foot.
Yeah, like oh sorry, as on the way out.
Yeah, make it. You're trying to pass it off as an accident.
Yeah.
All right, make a performance check.
Okay. 4.